Ellis Williams here with Mary Kay Cabot. Day 9 of Browns practice. It was a hot one and a more low-tempo practice today. Mary Kay, one player not out there for the Browns was Tack McCoy, avoiding the heat, but I think there was more to it. Hey, Mary Kay, what can you tell us about Tack?
Well, Tack right now is going through a personal issue. The Browns are taking it day by day with him. They don't know exactly when he's going to be back out on the field. He's working through something. It's, sort of a private thing. Nobody really wants to say too much about it at this point. Kevin Stefanski mentioned that he's hopeful that Tack will be back by the season opener. They're not 100% sure. Once again, they're taking it one day at a time with Tack, and it's a little bit unfortunate because Tack actually, before they signed Jadeveon Clowney, Tack was brought in here to be that starting defensive end opposite Myles Garrett. Once they signed Jadeveon, he then got relegated to the second team, but he was still supposed to be part of the rotation there. Those are the top 3 guys at defensive end. So this has to be counted as, I would say, a significant setback, but hopefully for Tack, he can get back here and get it rolling again soon.
Yeah, and Tack's a guy they may have flirted with playing inside as well in that 3 technique, and I know that's a position you were watching today with the Browns having so many young defensive tackles eager to make an opportunity out of the open spot there. So what have you seen from the young tackles and Jordan Elliott specifically?
Well, you know what? I've been watching a lot of Jordan Elliott, and I've been watching a lot of Malik McDowell over the past few days. I really enjoy watching those guys interact with the older veterans and learn things. Jordan has been really taking a ton of tips from both Myles and Jadeveon. Those 2 guys have been tremendous mentors. Jadeveon and Myles have, and the same thing with Malik McDowell, who he also spent some time with, with Jadeveon today. And Malik McDowell, he's such a big physical specimen. I mean, it would be tremendous if the Browns can get all of the athletic ability out of him that he has in that huge, enormous body of his, because I think he could be a really good talent, and I think he can really plug some things up there in the middle if they can kind of get him on track and just sort of back into the flow of football.
Yeah, it's clear GM Andrew Berry's doing a nice job of balancing this roster with veterans and young guys. That's also true in the cornerback room, where we're seeing rookie Greg Newsome learn from the veterans in that room. And what have you noticed about his progression and how he's soaking up all the knowledge around him in camp?
He's doing a tremendous job of that. He does a great job of talking to the older guys and just trying to figure out his craft, and he really spends a lot of time with a guy like John Johnson. But today and lately, I've been seeing him spend more and more time with Troy Hill. Troy Hill has kind of taken Greg Newsome under his wing a little bit. Kevin Stefanski actually mentioned it today, how Troy is mentoring Greg, and I watched it happen today. They were just on that sideline, kind of head-to-head a little bit, pointing at things and talking about coverage and routes and all that kind of stuff. So Greg is coming up the learning curve very quickly, in part because of the mentorship.
Yeah. Day 9, that's a wrap. Mary Kay and myself would have loved to text half the stuff to you guys. If you weren't getting those texts, that means you're not a Football Insider subscriber. To become one, visit cleveland.com/Browns. Blue banner at the top of the page.